Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome, and welcome to, I think, maybe the biggest section of this declutter. I don't know. This is the eyeshadow palette declutter series, and today I'm decluttering all of my 12 pen palettes. I have already decluttered my 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10 and 14 pound palettes, but 12 pens got a category of their own, so that is what we're doing today. So let's get started with the longer palettes. Let's move this over for a sec, and let's start with all of these. So the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nouveau palette, I used this today, the day I'm filming this, and I really enjoyed it, so we're definitely going to keep that. Beautiful color story. It also really works really well. This we're definitely going to declutter. It's like child's makeup or something, so that's something we're getting rid of. I was saying in the video that I used this that I was going to give it another chance, but actually I'm very much not, because it's just, I don't know, it's just boring to me. Yeah, the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette can go. I know some people really love it. Some people think it's terrible. I'm on the later spectrum. Ladder. I just don't like it. That's what it comes down to. Then we have 3 naked palettes and 2 naked dupes for some reason. So we have the W7 Color Me Nude palette. This can go. Color story is not me, plus it's not that great. Then we have the Bronx Color Natural Undercover palette. This color story is more me. I used to use it a lot, but I don't anymore, so that can go too. And then we have these 3. I love the packaging on these. I don't like the packaging as much on this. And then look at the insides. You know what I think is the thing with the Naked Honey? A lot of my favorite like YouTubers and stuff really liked this, and I was like, I need to like it as well because I love gold tones, but I can't get on board with it. I like this shade and that shade and maybe that, but like for an entire palette, that's not that much. Next to the fact that this shade and this shade have quite similarities, so I'm gonna actually, weirdly enough, declutter the Naked Honey. I am going to keep the Naked Ultraviolet because I actually really like this color story. You have your purples, you have your neutrals. It's very travel-friendly palette because you have like both of them, and I love this packaging. And then this. You know, I always like get confused because it looks so warm tone, but when you cover these up, it's actually quite a cool tone palette. So I want to keep this for a little bit longer and use it a little bit more, and the packaging is also gorgeous. So that means we are keeping 3 and getting rid of 5. That's a good start. We're off to a good start. Let's get the next few palettes. Let's just grab some. Okay, the Moira Go Fly Travel. I have a little bit of a similar problem with this as I did with what are you called? Oh, Dominique Latte palette. Like, all of these mattes pull very warm toned, but you have like 2 very cool tone shimmers. So I don't know about those. This is maybe for me. The Lush Life palette. The shades in this look so beautiful. It's also maybe, I just don't know. I never like reach for this palette. The Lethal Cosmetics palette. I made this myself. Wait, let's just look at them first. Okay, this I want to keep. It's a very pretty color story. It's the Ace Beauté Scarlet Dusk. This I also want to keep because it's just a very good staple neutral palette. It's the Addicted to Chocolates by Catrice. The Spice palette again is one that I'm kind of doubting. Then we have this very old Primark palette, or an old Primark palette. I don't need this. This can go. And so can this. This is actually very good quality palette. The mattes in this, like, I know I don't know now, but they used to be very great, but it's just not something I reach for, next to the fact you can't get this palette anywhere. And then we have the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. This is just a palette I'm keeping just because I just think it's like the packaging and the whole vibe. And I actually do also like the colors, like I do actually, but so that's 6. Yeah, we're doing a little bit less great now. We're in 7 decluttered, in 6 kept, and we have this like ginormo maybe pile already. So we're gonna go into the next pile. I think we're gonna keep a lot of this 12 pen palettes because it's just a size of palette that I reach for a lot. So let's start with this one. This I got from my parents and it's pretty special to me, so I'm definitely keeping this. The Plush Like Me, I also actually quite like the formula of, and also the color story. It's pretty nice, so I think I'm gonna keep that a little while longer as well. Then the Spicy Sriracha palette. It's pretty, like that shade is very pretty, but like, is it something special? I don't know. Do we have any other warm tone palettes? Maybe this also has some warm tones. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like keeping this makes more sense than keeping this. But this I sometimes reach for. Okay, you know what? I never reach for this, so this can go for sure. This is the Juvia's Place a Freak palette. I don't like it. Yeah, I don't know. I have to think about these ones. And then we have these. I'm definitely keeping the Menagerie Serenity palette because it's super gorgeous and I really like the formula of Serenity. No, Menagerie Cosmetics. And I also really like this Parental Advisory. I'm not going to show it very long because these are like curse names, especially these ones. So yeah, but the color story is very beautiful. It just is, and I actually get inspired by this palette. I don't use it often, but every time I use it I actually really like it, and it's different, so keeping that. And then the last few palettes in this category. Okay, this is, no, we're getting rid of this. It's old, it's gross, well, it's not gross, but we're also getting rid of this because it's a very pretty palette, but I never reach for it. Oh, you know what? The last time I looked at this palette, I was like, I want to declutter it, but this shade is so pretty. It's like the only like unique shade. But now I'm thinking I have this. No, everything is falling. Like my whole entire chopping block pile. Do we have like a shade that's similar in here? Well, that's not as blue, but it's very similar. So, okay. That kind of makes it easier to declutter the sleek one. Then we have, I hope my like whole sweater isn't getting gross. Then we have this. This is pretty. I never reach for it. I don't know. And then we have this. Okay, I want to keep this, but then I was thinking this has cool tone shadows, and this has cool tone shadows. But I actually like this better, so I'm actually weirdly not going to keep the MUA. I'm not going to keep the Moira one. Not because I don't like the formula of Moira, but because I don't like these shades. That's the only reason people don't go and get angry at me for not liking Moira. I do like Moira. I just don't like this formula or like color story, so that's why I'm getting rid of it. These, I don't know what to do with these. I really don't. Okay, I'm gonna put them in the chopping block pile. We are gonna go through that like at the end of my declutter series because I don't want there to be more than 31 palettes because I want to be able to use them in a month. Like go through my entire chopping block pile in a month. So we're gonna put these three in there. This is the Sriracha Peachy Queen palette, the Catrice Addicted to Spices, the ColourPop Lush Life, and the Self-Made Lethal Cosmetics palette. So that being said, we are in this category decluttering 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 palettes, I believe, right? That's what we're decluttering, and we're keeping unstable pile. How many are we keeping? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So we're keeping almost as, like, we're decluttering almost as much as we're keeping. So that's very good. I hope you can see that, actually. I hope I'm in frame with all of these. I really hope so. Well, thanks for watching this declutter with me. And stay tuned for the next category, which I think is going to be 15 and 16 pound palettes, I think. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like this video if you want to see more. And I'll see you in my next declutter. Bye!